All right. Well, some of the myths we've talked about this morning, don't go to bed with wet hair, or is it a myth? It's advice a lot of us have heard, but here's the question. Can that really cause a cold if you go to bed with wet hair?
It's a great question. I tell my kids it all the time. Jen, is it true? What's the truth?
Okay, so first of all, Chanel Marie Jones, I'm sorry, I have an itchy nose here. Chanel Marie Jones has been wrong about every single one of them. Dr. Jen is with us again. First of all, we've learned I can't hear, so I have to be signed up for a hearing test soon. So let's talk about the first one. The first one that everyone wants to know about, wet hair. A lot of parents do that, moms and dads. You feed them dinner and you say, let's have a bath, but their head is wet as they go to bed. A lot of people think it could cause a cold. You say...
No. Wet hair, going to bed with wet hair doesn't necessarily cause a cold. Remember, the common cold is usually caused by a virus. In fact, there's many, many viruses that cause colds. So the things that are going to get you a cold are things that predispose you to getting viruses, not washing your hands, being around other sick people, things like that. Not wet hair.
Okay, your sick brother or sister will give it to you.
Right.
All right, Mike Jarek has been curious about this all morning long.
Yes.
And I have to say, Chanel, Dr. Jones says that yes, that if you drink dairy, it can make you mucusy, it can help you, but you say...
No,
No.
not necessarily. Well, okay, so Chanel, I hear you. I hear you, Chanel. There's a lot of people out there that really believe that milk products will create mucus in the body. That is a widely held belief. But there's not a lot of good evidence or data that says it really does this. So scientifically, there's just not a lot of good evidence that says it does. Even though some people think they feel that way, but not really.
Okay, so if you really want a milkshake and you have a cold, it's okay.
It probably is okay.
Staying on the cold theme, I've always heard this, feed a cold, starve a fever, and I think I've done it to myself. When you try to figure out, was it feed or starve,
Right.
which end of that, and if you have patients, what do you tell them about that myth?
Right. Well, first thing I think is really important is when you have a fever, it's especially important to stay hydrated. I really don't want you not drinking fluids or not taking in liquids, because when you have a fever, your body is working overtime and you can actually get dehydrated. So you want to drink fluids, okay? And it's also really important to keep your nutritional status up. You need to eat food when you're sick. You need to keep your body fueled up and having enough energy to fight off that sickness. So, no, I don't
Neither
believe
one
that.
of them.
No, you want to stay hydrated. You want to make sure that you're eating to stay nutritionally appropriate when you're fighting off your illness.
So it's just an old wives' tale, and we don't know where it started.
Not sure.
Okay, and because I've made you do all the jokey, wacky stuff, I said I'd throw you a bone.
Yes.
I'd say, because she is a real doctor, and you do this because you really want people to know the truth about things.
Absolutely.
And the number one thing that you want people to know, we got to wash our hands.
Yes. If you want to prevent colds and all sorts of germs, it's cold and flu season. This is the time when people are getting sick. Wash your hands. And something that people don't know is you really want to wash your hands with soap and water, but at least for 20 seconds. Now, that's a long time. So if you're not really sure if you've done it, sing happy birthday 2 times, front to back, and that'll be about the time you need to have washed your hands for.
And that's the new thing. I've heard people say happy birthday, but you're saying 2 times.
2 times. The CDC says 2 times, front to back. So it's a long time. So really make sure you think about that when you're washing your hands and lathering up.
Okay, you ready for this?
Okay, yeah.
Do you do it every time?
Do I sing happy birthday? No, but I do think I probably wash my hands for 20 seconds, and always with soap and water.
Good.
Always.
All right, so there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, and Chanel, you stink as a doctor is what we've learned here today.
Okay.
We have all of our props here. And again, I can't hear out of this thing, so I will be tested
Get a checkup.
for my hearing.
It's important.
Perfect.
It's from wearing that earpiece all the
I
time.
know. I think it is
I
too.
think that's what it is.
Yeah.
too.
Thank you, Jen.
Okay. You know how fast I can sing Happy Birthday, though, twice?
How-
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. I'm done.